Napolitano, and I'm Chris Foster. Fox News.
WPTV First Alert Weather on WSTU is brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Code Red Roofers cares and calls you back. Shows up and finishes on time. 287-2829. Code Red Roofers, the roofers who respond. Now here's the First Alert meteorologist.
This afternoon, highs in the low 80s, a mix of sun and clouds, and on showers possible throughout the day. Tomorrow, a little bit more sunshine with some isolated showers, highs in the low 80s. By the end of the work week, our next cold front moves into the area. Scattered showers and storms possible with highs in the low to mid-80s. Saturday, morning showers, then drying out throughout the afternoon. Temperatures to start in the mid to upper 60s, highs in the low to mid-80s. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Katya Hall for WSTU 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
You are listening to WSTU, Stewart, Jensen Beach, Hope Sound, Martin County's Heritage Station.
The opinions expressed are those of the show's host and not the staff or management of Port St. Lucie Broadcasters. Any reproduction without written consent of WSTU and WPSL is strictly prohibited. Now it's time for Quality of Life Radio, brought to you by WellMed. Here are your hosts, Gary Owen and Tom Bouvier.
Hello and good morning, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to the world's finest, hottest live radio show in downtown Stuart, Florida. It's already November 2nd, and you can feel fall in the air. Hello, my name is Gary Owen. I am your host.
And I am your co-host, Tom Bouvier.
And Tom, what are we bringing to the show today?
What are we bringing? Oh, we
Besides
have
hot action and fun and excitement and information and a great guest.
Holy cow. I think you covered all the bases. Great guest for sure. Gary, we come to this radio station every Tuesday morning to bring relevant content to our listeners. That's information you can actually use in your life to help improve your life. Number two, we love to showcase and support local business owners, and we're going to have our introduction to our wonderful guest here in just a moment. And number three, Gary, you and I, we love to educate and bring information about insurance planning to help improve people's quality of life, and thus the name of the show, Quality of Life Radio Show.
Yes, we do, Tom. It is a great day, a great show. And by the way, I'd be remiss, Tom, if I didn't say and give a shout out to our two sponsors, Cigna Medicare and Aetna Medicare. We appreciate that collaboration and our partnership with them. Hopefully you're driving on US 1 or 95 or wherever you might be, tuning in on WSTU 1450 AM and WPSL 1590 AM. When you're done driving, or actually pull over, you can also go Facebook Live. The Quality of Life Radio Show is where you will find us. So Tom is absolutely correct. It is about providing quality of life and information that will enhance and improve your life and your quality of life and your quality of health. Also want to give a shout out to a friend of mine, Joe and Carla. Joe is turning 65. He is fraught with grief, but age is just a number, brother. So don't sweat it. Thank you for your business, and look forward to working with Carla coming up in March as well. So we appreciate our clients. And if you become a client and you want to be broadcasted on the show, we don't mention last names unless she specifically asks us to. But I just want to give a shout out to all of our clients out there. Tom, we've been busy helping a lot of people during this Medicare open enrollment. And then yesterday, another open enrollment happens.
Absolutely. Happened. That's for everyone under 65. Who are not currently insured through your employer, and that is the marketplace of the Affordable Care Act, otherwise known as Obamacare. There's 3 new carriers in our area, Martin, St. Lucie County, and so there's a lot to choose from, and certainly give us a call. We'd love to talk to you if you or any of your family or friends need coverage and you're not on Medicare. Give us a call at 772-210-1020.
And also, we're gonna just shift in a second here and introduce you to our guest today's show. But I want to remind everyone, stay tuned, stay watching. We're going to go over our fun health fact of the day. Also, what happened this day in history. We're going to talk about that. And then Tom and I are going to kind of give some information about the top 10 mistakes to avoid that we see happen all the time with Medicare consumers. So stay tuned for that. So the first half of the show, we're going to invite our guest to come to the radio, to the microphone, and introduce himself. Todd, go ahead. Tell everybody who you are, where you're from, what you do.
My name is Todd Braun. I run a couple local publications, both print and digital. One called Be Local, the other called Sewell's Point Living. And I want to thank you guys, first of all, for inviting me on this morning. I want to thank particularly Tom for helping me with my health insurance, because I was actually without it for about 9 months and didn't even realize it. Wow. So much better to have somebody local that I can talk to and that stays on top of my policy rather than relying on dealing with Florida Blue or one of those companies directly.
It kind of ties into Be Local, doesn't it?
I think so. Right. Yeah, I mean, listen, Be Local was kind of designed, developed to help new residents learn about their new community. So any new movers, I mean, if you've moved anywhere from, even if it was from Palm City to Stewart, or if it was from New York to Stewart, or it doesn't matter. It takes a little while to get used to your new community. And most people really rely on, word of mouth and referrals and their friends and the neighbors. But, I guess the issue or the problem that new movers have is they don't know anybody. So that's what we're here for. We've put together a nice little resource guide that is actually created, written by longtime locals, that talks about where to go, what to do, the best beaches, the best parks, where do I sign my kids up for baseball. So it's all that fun little stuff that just takes people normally years and years and years to figure out.
And Todd, we have, 1,000 people a day, every single day, moving into the state of Florida. And what a great resource it is to find Be Local. So where can they find that publication?
Well, I guess the easiest way is if you want to go to the website, it's www.belocalpub.com. So that takes you to our national website, and then from there you just share your location, or you can just go right to Florida. But we have Be Locals all over the country, and we're launching them really probably a new one every month. So it's a very fast-growing product that our company, N2 Publishing, actually created about 4 years ago. So it's growing like crazy.
Brother, you're staying busy.
Oh, we're staying busy, yes.
That is a great thing.
I learned from experience. I mean, listen, I came from New Jersey in 2010. I didn't know anybody. I mean, we literally threw a dart at the map and landed in Florida, right? So it took me a long time. And during that time, I found lots of restaurants that I would never go to again. I found lots of contractors that I would never use again. So I wish there was something like this in place when I had moved here, just to make that transition easier.
That's fantastic. I love it. Where I know you also have the publication out throughout the community, correct?
Yes, sir.
So where do you put those? Where can they find an actual catalog?
Well, you'll find them. You'll find them in some of the car dealerships, some of the waiting rooms at the doctor's offices and whatnot. But primarily, we actually distribute 3 different ways. We have a private label program in place so that a realtor can actually put their face on the front cover, and they do a hand-to-hand delivery of the Be Local to potential movers before they move to the area. Now, once the people move to the area, we send them another hard copy with our regular picture on the front cover. But the real fun part is watching that social media grow like crazy. So, I launched the Be Local Stewart, a year and a half ago. And we're now up over 1,800 followers, and I'm just watching every day. It's growing and growing and growing quickly, so it's a lot of fun.
How many Be Locals can you have in a county? Is it based on per county or city?
Well, this serves Martin and St. Lucie counties. So we call it Be Local Stewart because Stewart is kind of the hub in this area. And we know that most people moving to Port St. Lucie or Hope Sound are going to make their way to Stewart, Florida at some point.
No,
anyway.
We've never seen anyone from Port St. Lucie come to
Well,
Stewart.
hey, one thing I love about Stewart is everybody's quiet. They don't want the rest of the world to know about Stewart, Florida. But guess what? The world knows now, right?
Especially from this show, because from what I understand yesterday, believe it or not, I'm not sure I understand why, but there are 22 different countries, people from 22 different countries tuning into this show So not sure what kind of value they're getting, but I just want to say thanks to those 22 countries for watching. Hopefully you're learning something. If nothing else, you get to see some handsome men in the studio this morning. And I get to see Tom the Bouvier.
Well, I'd
do his
say
magic.
about half of the people on my Facebook are in other countries. The
so that
Philippines
explains
yes,
it.
and I do have some of my Filipino friends who said they've watched. So mabuhay. I love you guys.
Fantastic. And being from here, I mean, where were you born?
I was born in Staten Island, New York.
Staten Island, okay.
Yeah, they kicked me out when I was 2 years old, so I was raised
You
in
were
South
crying
Jersey.
too much.
Well, yeah, I was a crybaby, so they took me down to South Jersey. I grew up just outside of Philadelphia all my life, small little town where everybody knows everybody. But at some point, I just wanted to get back down to this Florida weather and climate and lifestyle, so I love it.
So,
down
Todd, who in the world gave up the secret to you about Stewart?
You know what's funny? I originally we moved to Satellite Beach, which I loved. It was a nice
Satellite's
little
a
area,
great
right?
town, yes.
But what I found out after living there for about 4 years is you're still above the frost line.
Yes, you are.
So if you see ice on the dock,
Yes,
I'm
you
thinking to
are.
myself, why the heck did I move to Florida? I spent all this money and made all these life changes, and I'm still seeing ice. So we started heading down south, checked out Deerfield Beach, realized the traffic was just like being back in Philadelphia, started making our way north, got to Jupiter, really loved Jupiter, but then we found this place called Stewart, Florida. And I'm saying, how did I not know about this, right? And I actually feel a little guilty when I post on Facebook all the great things in this area on my personal page because I know the locals don't want the outside world to know. But you know what? Like I said it before, the people in Miami found us and they're coming north. The people from New York and Philadelphia found us and they're coming south.
Yeah, you're the reason why it takes me 20 extra minutes to get home at night.
You're welcome.
Well, just make sure that we direct them into right behind Key West Diner to Owen Insurance Group, before they do too much Christmas shopping.
That's right, because not only 1,000 people a day moving into Florida, but 10,000 plus people a day are actually turning 65, so they need Medicare. So many of those people are retiring, coming here to Florida, and we love to help our seniors turning 65.
And even more people now that ACA open enrollment has been extended, thank goodness. So now from beginning November 1st through January 15th now, you can enroll in an individual ACA health insurance plan, and you, depending on your income, depending on your situation, your household count, you could potentially qualify for a $0 premium, which we'll get back to here in a little while as well. So, Todd, who can advertise in your publication?
Well, here's the bottom
Or
line.
who do you want to?
We want the best of the best.
Advertise.
Listen,
There
the
you
bottom
go.
line is we are putting our
So that's
name
why
on
we're in
this.
there, right?
That's why you're in there. Absolutely 100%. Ironically, a lot of the sponsors that make Be Local Stewart possible are actually businesses that I've used. I mean, we personally go out and we vet every business to make sure, one, they're licensed, they're insured. Do they answer their telephone? Do they show up on time? Do they deliver what they promise to deliver? So we really work hard to make sure that we have the best of the best. And it's interesting, like if you're on Facebook, you see all those looking for recommendation sites or posts, and they're fantastic. But I think a lot of the recommendations are coming from the business owners, their brothers, their cousins, their friends, and that's great, but it doesn't really make for a trusted source. So what we're saying is, hey, we're putting our name on this. This is Be Local. We are a national company. We are a big company. We are going to make sure that every business that's in this publication is a good fit and a good business for new residents to call upon.
It's a great idea. I love it. I love the what you guys do. The dream that you had on this and making it a national thing. That's awesome. Kudos to you. And we're going to talk about you had mentioned earlier about for business owners, you mentioned real estate agents. I would imagine that any business owner could do this. Private label the front cover for themselves, correct?
Yeah, actually, Gary, that's a great question because any business could do this. So it's a great marketing tool for a business and especially for a realtor. But for anybody that has a high traffic of people coming in and out, I talked to some of the people from downtown Stewart. They were talking about maybe doing a private label just for the downtown district so people coming into the tourist center can pick up their Be Local. and take it right down the street and sit down at the coffee shops and read through it and learn about the area. But any business can do it. It's a great resource, and it's designed, when you actually get the paper, the printed version, you'll realize there's no staples. It's a top quality paper. It's top quality ink. These are designed to have a shelf life and that people will use them over and over and over again.
Yep. Yeah, it makes sense. We're going to go on a quick break here, and when we come back, Todd, we're going to ask some more questions. You share some more information. I think that this is a great idea and a great resource for small business owners throughout the community, and maybe those small businesses who are new, who just opened up recently, who need to get their name out, who need to get their branding, the name recognition out there. So we'll come back and we'll talk about that. And stay tuned. You're listening to the Quality of Life radio show on WSTU 1450 AM and WPSL 1590 AM, and on Facebook Live, the Quality of Life radio show. Thanks for tuning in. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
Hello, this is Gary Owen of the Owen Insurance Group. We are a local independent insurance agency located right here on the Treasure Coast. I've been a resident here for 34 years and have helped thousands of clients with their insurance planning needs. We specialize in life, health, and Medicare insurance planning. Don't travel the road alone. Let us be your guide. We are the Owen Insurance Group. Contact us today at 772-210-1020 or visit our website at oweninsurancegroup.net.
Life has taught you many lessons. Like, all you can eat is strangely unsatisfying. That's why it's better to have what you actually need. You've also learned that one size fits all never seems to fit. That's why a Cigna Medicare Advantage plan gives you care that fits your specific health needs. Learn more at CignaMedicare.com, because life has taught you well. Cigna is contracted with Medicare for PDP plans, HMO, and PPO plans in select states, and with select state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in Cigna depends on contract renewal.
You are listening to WSTU, Stewart, Jensen Beach, Hope Sound, Martin County's Heritage Station.
And welcome back to the Quality of Life radio show, broadcasting live in downtown Stuart, Florida, with myself, Gary Owen, and the Boov, Tom Bouvier, as our co-host. And we have on our show with us this morning the one and only Todd Brown with N2 Publishing and Be Local. And while we were on a short break, Todd, we were talking about some small businesses. You shared some statistics. Share that with our listening audience.
Yeah, well, you know, it's funny because our company, N2 Publishing, obviously did their due diligence before we launched this product. And some interesting things that we found is, one, businesses typically lose up to 20% of their customers, their clients, every year just because people move. So nothing the business did wrong, but if somebody moved out of town or out of state, they're not going to use that same pool cleaning company. They're not going to use that same medical provider, right? They're going to have to find new medical providers and whatnot. So we are simply trying to fill that void. It's a very niche product, but the new mover market, I think, has been overlooked forever and ever. So it's a sweet little piece where people are actively looking for new medical providers, new lawn care, new pool companies. I mean, it's all the things that they need to set up. And normally that time frame is about 5 to 6 months. Because think about it, if you've moved, you need to get your new dentist, you need to get your new veterinarian, you need to get all those things lined up.
Your new insurance agent.
Your new insurance agent, first and foremost, right? So you want to get all that stuff set up. And then after about 5 or 6 months, we get back to life as normal.
Yeah, that's awesome. So do you also do digital advertisements, or is it just print only?
It's print, it's digital, it's social media. The social media is a great spot to check us out, obviously on Instagram, Facebook, under Be Local Stewart, nice and easy. Follow us, like us, comment with us, interact with us. We're looking for local contributors as well. So there's certain articles that I want to get placed into the publication, things talking about the arts and entertainment in the area, the Creek District, right? Best boating, best fishing. There's a lot of things. And just think of it like this. If somebody moved in next door to you and they said, hey, I don't know the area, Gary, can you tell me about it? Tom, what do you like to do? Give me an idea, right? So that's what we're looking to do, is just share the local secrets about where to go, what to do, and how to get acclimated and comfortable in your new community.
If a small business owner was interested in possibly advertising, they're advertising also in the print as well as the digital. So they're going to have the same ad on both?
Yes, sir. Well, the print, the digital, and then actually on the digital side of the publication, anybody in the world, all of your listeners can read through this publication. They just go to the website. There's a digital version. They click through. When they see an ad that they like for Owen Insurance Group, they just click that ad. It takes them right to that advertiser's website. So it's a lot more than just print. Print's important because print will never go away. People still love to read.
Yep.
But you have to be in every medium in this world.
So obviously we know there's different price ranges based on the size of the ad and so forth. Could you share that with our small business owners out there who may be listening, who might be interested in entertaining advertising with you?
Oh, absolutely. My average partner probably spends, I'd say, probably around $300 a month. So it's not expensive. This is not something that's going to take a corporate board meeting and really have to talk to the wife and all the business partners and all that. It's either a good fit or it's not. And to be honest, we're not here to sell advertising. We approach this more as being a consultant, just to kind of help people get in there. But the bottom line is it costs money for the print, the ink, the postage, and all that. So we need to sell the advertising space to make it free to the new residents.
So I believe you say you have about 60 pages currently in the Be Local magazine, and you're looking to get to about 100 max.
Yeah, I think 100 pages is kind of a sweet spot because we don't want to make the resource guide so thick that people kind of ignore it. One of the things that's nice with our company is we cannot go more than a 50-50 ratio. What that means is I cannot have a book that's just filled with ads and a couple little articles. So the minimum is 50% articles or content and 50% advertising.
And there's some really good information in here. I mean, some of the history stuff that you have posted in here. I mean,
isn't that great? Mrs. Thurlow wrote that for me. She's been here
God.
since 1958. But it's interesting. I've had long-time residents reach out to me. I had a lady just a couple months ago say, "Hey, we've got a big 70th wedding anniversary coming up with lots of people coming in from out of town. How can I get copies? I want to give them to all of my guests." So I went and I met her at the Panera Bread. I gave her a bunch of copies, and she was thrilled to be able to pass that out to her visiting friends.
This is awesome. I mean, you've got information in here about the old downtown, the train station, the Coast Guard station, House of Refuge, pineapples being loaded. I mean, what a great industry that was back in the day. Pictures of old cars on a ferry before the bridges. Obviously, they had a ferry, vehicles and personnel across the river on a ferry. So, I mean, really great information. This is awesome.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Listen, if you get upset because they had to shut down the Roosevelt Bridge for a couple hours to inspect it, just think back to when they had to take a ferry, right? Sometimes you got to remember where we came from, man. We're doing good.
Yep, and I love it. So if you guys haven't seen it, it's the Be Local magazine. You can pick it up, and what's the stores again that can pick this up?
They can't pick it up at stores. If they want a copy, all they got to do is contact me. Follow me on Instagram, direct message me, send me something through Facebook, call me.
Go online.
Right, send me a homing pigeon. I'm here. You'll always find me.
So what's the website again that they can go to take a look at the magazine or contact you if they want to advertise?
Well, they can go to belocalpub.com. They can find us on Instagram. They can find us on Facebook. And listen, my name is Todd Braun, TODDBRAUN. I'm on Facebook. Reach out to me.
He is on Facebook, and he has one of the prettiest faces for TV, actually, right? I mean, Tom and I have faces for radio. He actually has a face for TV.
Oh, man. Somebody told me just the other day, I told him I was coming on the show, and they said, "Oh, yeah, you got a face for radio." I was like, "Thanks, Doc. Appreciate that, buddy."
Well, listen, we have fun on the show. We're going to have you stay with us because we're going to talk about some really cool information. And obviously, I'd like to go back to our guest and ask them some information and have them share something that's on their mind. So one last thing, because I've been asking you a bunch of questions. You have the next 60 seconds to say what is that you feel most passionate about, what you do, and how you help small business owners.
I honestly, I love what I do, and I do take it as a consultant mindset. I really, truly am here to try to help the businesses. I ran a retail business for 25 years before I moved to Florida. I know how hard and how challenging it is to be able to figure out how to run the admin stuff and actually service the people, and just there's a lot going on. So there's lots of businesses I meet with, and maybe we're not a good fit, and I'll still help direct them. I know a lot of people. I've networked a lot over the years, so if I can help somebody, I mean, that's what we're all here for, isn't it?
That's right.
That's it.
That's right. And we're here to help one another and help each other's businesses grow. And we just had a chamber meeting. I mean, Tom had a chamber meeting. I have a chamber meeting, so we're very involved in our community, very involved with small businesses and helping one another. So you definitely hit the nail on the head on that. So we're going to share with you a little bit. It's half past the hour. It's 10:30 in the morning already. And as usual, time is flying by, Thomas. Let's talk about the health fact, something that none of us men here in the room, in the studio, like to hear. But, we just got to be open, honest, transparent, and tell like it is, Tom.
It's time for a colonoscopy?
Not yet.
Or whatever.
Not yet.
Prostate exam?
That might be possible for you. I can set that up for you. If you'd like, we can just give a call when we get back
That's
to the
things
office.
we don't like to hear.
Well, this is probably not as bad as those
Not as bad,
things,
okay.
But although bodies stop growing, noses and ears will not. So imagine if you have a tiny little face and your nose and your ears continue to grow. That's a little scary thought. In addition to that, what I'm finding also is growing is hairs out of your ears and your nose.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. It's amazing what
It's
happens
a
when you get
forest.
old.
It's constantly. I've got my little
Craziness.
grinder, but I have to use it almost every day.
And then what happened this day in history? Does anybody know what happened back on November 2nd, 1948?
48.
Harry Truman defeated Thomas Dewey in the presidential election of 1948. This was a surprise to the Chicago Tribune, whose front page the night before had declared Dewey as the winner. They did not do
Their due diligence.
their due diligence on
That's
Dewey.
helpful.
November 1st, 1983. Martin Luther King's birthday was made into a national holiday. It is still the only national holiday to honor a single American. November 2nd, 2000, the first multinational space crew reached its destination of the International Space Station. And lastly, on November 2nd, 1947, this is what grabs me the most. I'm passionate about flying and aviation. Howard Hughes flew his Spruce Goose. And if you've ever seen the Spruce Goose, the picture of it, amazing machine. This was the largest aircraft ever built. And it was more like a flying boat, probably more like a flying condominium, I'd say. However, Hughes proved his critics wrong as he flew the craft for 1 mile. This was the first and only flight of the Spruce Goose. So cheers to the Spruce Goose. Beautiful aircraft, but entirely too large to fly. All right. So, Tom, we have two things happening right now in the insurance industry. We have the Medicare open enrollment, and we have the ACA healthcare open enrollment. The Medicare open enrollment is ending December 7th. The ACA open enrollment for health insurance is concludes and ends on January 15. If you want a January 1 effective date, you have to be enrolled in your new ACA health plan by
December 31st.
December 15.
Oh, really?
December 15. That came out as of yesterday.
I did not know that.
So read that across the wires. So if you're interested in getting a new health plan or you want a review of your existing health plan, and trust me, you should, because the old plans, your old grandfather plans that you're on, are probably not as going to be as good as the new plans with maybe lower deductibles or zero deductibles, lower copays, broader networks, and as Tom mentioned previously, there are going to be new carriers, and actually Florida Blue is going to have 6 competitors now, so they're not going to be the only game in town. You will have options moving into 2022. So we're excited about that, Tom.
Yes, we are, Gary, because, you know, the old saying is so true in insurance that one shoe does not fit all. And when you only have one option, there's number one, not a lot of, there's obviously no competition, and there's no reason to try to continue to improve. But now with 3 additional carriers, along with the 3 that were in competition or now available besides the Florida Blue, now all of them are beginning to raise the bar as far as benefits, co-pays, and doctors in network, how they cover different procedures. And so as independent agents, we're able to look at all of those plans, and all of those plans are available for people for 2022, and we can find out what those people need, want, desire, their budgets, etc., and we can help them find the right shoe or the right insurance policy.
Just like what you did for Todd Braun
Just
here.
what I did for Todd. I was very
that's awesome.
Thankful to be able to help.
And keep in mind that, again, based on your annual income, based on the number of people that you have in your household, you could potentially qualify for a $0 premium. In fact, nearly 50% of those that are moving onto the ACA health insurance program will see premiums less than $100 a month. So if you're paying more than that, you're not happy about your deductibles because they're too high. I talked to someone today who has issues with their deductible, so they need to change their plan. Call for a review. Listen, Tom, would you just kind of explain why we charge so much money for our fees?
Absolutely. The big whopping dollar amount is zero.
Zero?
Nada dinero. Not 1 penny is owed to us as far as our consultation, our recommendations, etc. And the reason is it's because if we help you find a plan, make a recommendation, and get you enrolled in that plan, we are compensated by the insurance carriers. So that is how we get paid. We love to help people, and if you're in a plan that's best for you now, and it rolls over into next year, and we're not technically your agent, we're still happy to know that, because we know we've done our job by helping you find the right plan or verify that you're already in the right plan.
Very good. And I've been following when I have a chance. It's very hard these days, as busy it has been. But I do pick up my Facebook, open it up, and I see a lot of comments, people asking, who should I call or where do I go for health insurance? So Evan does a good job in kind of referring them to us when that happens. But there is one specific group. I probably won't mention the name of the group, but that's okay. They're talking about all these other insurance agents who who only represent one carrier. Or one specific insurance agent that doesn't do ACA health insurance, but they only do short-term medical plans. And Tom, you just said it correctly a second ago, that there's not a one-size-fits-all solution. There's not. So why would you do that? Why would you call these people or these companies when you have a local brick-and-mortar agency where the president of the company has been here on the Treasure Coast for 36 years? I'm a little dumbfounded sometimes.
Yeah.
Is that just me?
I don't know, Gary. Unless you have, unless they have something over you, like they could blackmail you. No, I'm just kidding on that. But
not yet.
That's right. You know, if I were to go to a restaurant and there's only one thing on the menu, I don't know that restaurant would be in business for a long time. Now, if it's superior, then it's going to, meet a need for one time, or maybe some people that's all they like. But really, Gary, as in a buffet or a restaurant that has a good full menu, independent insurance brokers like those of us here at Owen Insurance Group, we're contracted with all these carriers. We're able to look at them, compare them, and again, as I say, find out what the needs, wants, desires, budget is of our potential clients, and help make recommendations across the board.
Yeah, and that's what's great about being a national independent insurance agency specializing in Medicare, specializing in ACA health insurance and so forth. This is what we do. This is what we're passionate about. This is why we enhance and improve quality of lives of our consumers, because we take the approach, the holistic approach, asking questions, finding out what you have, finding out what you like, what you don't like, where are the problems, where are the pain points, and put you into a plan that fits your specific needs. It's like, we can't wear a size 6 high heel. We just can't do it. So if you go to a store and all you see is 6-inch high heels, you got a little problem, unless you want to wear them on your ears. But again, it's nice to have an agency where we have all the shoes in stock. We represent you, the client, and we will take you down the path and down that journey to take you where you need to go. But it's up to you to drink the water, right? We take the horse to the water slough, but unfortunately, not every time the horse will drink the water.
That's right. And sometimes people get distracted by TV ads.
Oh, boy.
And I don't mean to get you all riled up about that.
We'll
but
talk
I know.
about that when we come back from our break.
All right. But, calling those 800 numbers, again, those people are appointed with either one or maybe one or two carriers that they can recommend, but not fully across the board. So we're here to help at Owen Insurance Group. Give us a call at 772-210-1020 and talk to one of our agents.
All right, so we're going to go on break. You're listening to the Quality of Life radio show on WSTU 1450 AM and WPSL 1590 AM. Hopefully you're catching us live on Facebook, the Quality of Life radio show. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Life has taught you many lessons. Like, all you can eat is strangely unsatisfying. That's why it's better to have what you actually need. You've also learned that one size fits all never seems to fit. That's why a Cigna Medicare Advantage plan gives you care that fits your specific health needs. Learn more at CignaMedicare.com, because life has taught you well. Cigna is contracted with Medicare for PDP plans, HMO, and PPO plans in select states, and with select state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in Cigna depends on contract renewal.
Hello, this is Gary Owen of the Owen Insurance Group. We are a local independent insurance agency located right here on the Treasure Coast. I've been a resident here for 34 years and have helped thousands of clients with their insurance planning needs. We specialize in life, health, and Medicare insurance planning. Don't travel the road alone. Let us be your guide. We are the Owen Insurance Group. Contact us today at 772-210-1020 or visit our website at oweninsurancegroup.net.
HR issues? Let WPSL, WSTU, and La Gigante fill your open slots in both English and Spanish. Call us 340-1590 for details.
The Quality of Life radio show. This is Gary Owen. I'm your host, and
The Boov, Tom Bouvier.
he was very booving on Halloween.
Boo.
Was you dressed as a pumpkin or a ghost?
I was dressed as a middle-aged man taking my daughter Stitch, who was dressed up like Stitch, the Lilo
Very
and Stitch.
cool.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
good. Very good. My Halloween was very low key with a scotch and a stogie.
Oh.
That was it.
Which one did you give to the kids?
I gave them both.
All right.
They were skipping and jumping all the way back
Did you
home.
get visitors from
It'll be the popular
parents?
place next
Yeah.
year. The word's getting out. All right, we're going to talk real quick about, we've got maybe 17, 16 minutes left, and want to kind of transition from the ACA health insurance side of it to Medicare, because now we are in the fury of both Medicare and ACA health insurance open enrollment. And Tom, we're seeing a bunch of mistakes people are making. I would say the biggest mistake we talked about is those TV commercials that we're all seeing. We're all hearing them. They are driving every single one of us insane, whether it's J.J. Walker or whether it's Football Hall of Famer Joe Namath, or now it's William Shatner. I've seen some Joe Theismann. Listen, why would you listen to a Football Hall of Famer or a celebrity trying to push you into a plan that they don't even own, nor would they touch those plans? So if you need expert help and assistance, information, you call the local insurance agency that's in the state of Florida, that's in your backyard, that can help guide you and be your guide on the Medicare journey, and with unbiased information and education. Now, these call centers, in fact, Tom, I decided to call one night while I was in bed, listening to one after another, just for giggles. And quite frankly, it gave me a giggle to call. And it's amazing that you can hear hundreds of phone calls taking place. So hundreds and thousands of Medicare beneficiaries are calling this Medicare helpline. Call now. It's free.
You must call to find out what benefits you can get next year.
Oh, my God. Anyway, if you're falling prey to those commercials, I would petition you to maybe rethink that philosophy. Maybe go to if you want to go to an unbiased site to learn more about Medicare, you should go to MedicareJourney.org. It's a 501c3 nonprofit. It was established primarily to beat back these commercials and these celebrities. Quite frankly, I don't think most people realize this or not, but these entities are being sued and investigated by the Department of Justice. So again, they're not providing you the right information that you need. And they're telling you all the good things that you can get, but they don't tell you the negative. So Tom and I and all of our agents across the state of Florida and across the country are here to educate consumers. We're going to be transparent. You deserve it. You should be working with an independent agent who's going to be transparent with you and be your personal guide down the Medicare journey. And we'll say, okay, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, based on the information you've given me, based on your formulary, based on the drugs, based on the pharmacy that you use, this is coming up as the top 2 plans. It's up to you to make the decision what's going to be best suited for you, Tom.
Absolutely. And when we do a review for those people who are already on Medicare for a plan for next year, we do ask them who are their doctors, what are the drugs they take, what's important to them in a plan, what do they like about their current plan, what do they don't like, what extra benefits are they looking for. Some people could care less about a free gym membership, but they sure want that over-the-counter benefit embedded in the Medicare Advantage plans. Or some people say, I'm on one of these plans, but I want the freedom to go to any provider, any doctor that I want to. Can you tell me more about a Medicare supplement plan? So we not only handle the all-inclusive Medicare Advantage plans, but Medicare supplement plans, and we can advise people on those as well. So the 2 paths that people can generally take with Medicare, adding a supplement and a drug plan or going with the all-inclusive Medicare Advantage plans, we can help people determine based on their needs, wants, desires, and budget, what is best for them.
Yeah, and quite frankly, number 9 out of the top 10 mistakes that people made, Tom, is exactly what you said, not knowing the difference between whether they're enrolled in a supplement plan or an advantage plan. And more times than we care to see, we see consumers, Medicare beneficiaries who are on a Medicare Advantage plan, now get sick, now having issues with access to care in different facilities. So now they want to, now they're kind of getting themselves educated about a supplement plan, because a supplement plan is certainly nothing like a Medicare Advantage plan. So you need to know the difference. And unfortunately, we just dealt with 2 people this past week who got declined on their Medicare supplement plan because of pre-existing conditions. So if you wait, this is why we always say, Tom, it's important to make the right decisions the first time, because the decisions you make today can last a lifetime.
That's right. And, I was just in a client's house yesterday, and his wife was getting enrolled, And when he turned 65, he was healthy, said, I really don't go to the doctor a lot. I don't need to, but now that I'm going to Medicare, I'll go through my thing. He did go with a Medicare supplement. And I tell you what, yesterday he was thanking me up and down because unfortunately he got some health issues about 3 months ago. He said, my goodness, just be able to just pay that one time, it was on Plan G, pay one time small deductible, and every time I go into a doctor or hospital, had to go across the state to a particular cancer center that does not take a lot of Medicare Advantage plans. And he said they give him my Medicare card, my supplement card. He said, Tom, I thank you so much for putting me on the Medicare supplement and really encouraging me to go that way. Because the health issues that he would have had so much out-of-pocket costs and expenses. So he said, my wife is getting on this. So
that's good. It's great when we can help people and find a resolve for them that really fits their needs totally and specifically. I mean, that's important. And this is what we do. This is what we're passionate about doing. And this is what you and I both train and educate other agents to do across the country. Always doing the right thing. And I'll tell you, when you go to the MedicareJourney.org website, if you're looking for an independent agent, you will find an independent agent that you want to work with on that site, because all those agents that are going to be going on the Medicare Journey website, there's a Find an Agent tab. And they all have been vetted. They all have been in the Medicare space for at least 2 years. They're all independent agents. They represent not just Medicare Advantage, but Medicare supplement plans, Part D plans. So they are unbiased, and they will be your personal guide to help you on your own personal Medicare journey. We're not going to be like these other celebrities you see on the TV commercials where people want to turn them off and they're just kind of getting tone deaf to it now. But we're not going to force you into a plan. We're not going to try to push you into a Medicare Advantage plan. What we're going to do is we're going to educate you so you can make the choice what's best for your health. But you will know by the time you finish with us, you will know the ABCDs of Medicare. You will know the good, the bad, the ugly. We should play that that theme song, the good, the bad, the ugly. And we will be your agent for life. The agent and the agency that you can trust, that will be always there for you. And as Todd said earlier, answering the phone calls. It's amazing that we get called from people who say, I've contacted this agent a week ago, several times, have not heard back from them. Well, I'm glad you called us. One lady, and sometimes we get busy and the phones are ringing like crazy and everyone's answering them. And yes, even my name's on the building, so I have to answer the phone if the phone needs to be rang. And so I picked up the phone. Hello, Gary Owen. And she goes, Mr. Owen, is this the owner of the company? I said, yes. Oh, my God, I cannot believe you answered the phone. Well, last time I checked, ma'am, my name is still on the building, so I got to make sure that I take care of our people and our clients. So she was really happy that I'm engaged in this business. We've got boots on the ground, and we are here for you.
Absolutely, Gary. And all of our agents, as you said, are not only vetted, but they go through annual trainings, certifications, appointments with all the different carriers. So, again, we're here to help you. We're here to give annual review. If you're turning 65 or coming off an employee group plan, we can help you with that as well, help you navigate the Social Security website to apply for Medicare Part A and B, and help determine if you need to apply for it or if it's going to be your Medicare is going to be automatically mailed to you. So, again, give us a call anytime. The consultations are no cost or obligation, 772-210-1020.
And talking about Part B and to Part A and Part D and Part C, Part A and B, the premiums and the deductibles are going up again this year for 2022. So for those of you who are going to be enjoying your 5.9 increase in your Social Security checks, that would be offset by the Part B premium going up from $148.50 to $158.50. So that's roughly 3.5% probably. So you do have a net gain of at least 2%. So that's not too shabby. Better than getting a poke in the eye, I would say. Also, the Part A premium. Most Americans who work 40 credit hours in their lifetime, or equivalent to 10 years, will not pay a Part A premium. But if you're lacking the 40 credit hours, that Part A premium is worth $499 a month. So again, most of you will never have to pay that unless you don't have 40 credit hours. And Part D, the deductible is going up to $480 from $435, and some premiums are going up. But Tom, some premiums are going down, and some plans are being eliminated. So most of these consumers have gotten and have received their ANOC a month or two ago, their annual notice of change, and they're not doing anything about their Part D. What would you say to people? You just helped somebody that you've saved them hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
I did, and it's so satisfying because for me it's so easy to do, and for other people we're like superheroes because we can do it quite easily. We can review their prescription drugs. We can see what plan they're on. Some of those plans, as you said, have been terminated and they've been morphed into another plan within the same company. But that may not be the best plan for them. Call us. We can do that annual review over the phone. We'll get a scope of appointment, have you authorize us to look it up and make a recommendation for you. And then we'll let you know, stay in the same plan or go to another plan. And as you said, an individual came in to our office, has a Medicare supplement. They were thinking about going to Medicare Advantage, but through all the dialogue and conversations, I believe they wisely stayed with their Plan F he had. And but I said, I can definitely help you save about $600, about approximately $50 per month on your prescription drugs by just moving it to another Part D carrier. And there's a lot of carriers out there. Find the one that best suits you, your particular pharmacy, your drugs, etc.
That's amazing. Tom, that's $600 a year that you just saved that client with a no-cost annual review of their Part D plan. I mean, that's incredible.
That's right. And I recall last year, one particular person, it was almost $1,000. Sure. She was paying $80 for a plan and had one Tier 1 drug, and I got her on a plan, literally saved her like $980 for the year, just on one. Very simple for me, and I was a superhero to her.
And I keep saying, our new tagline, we have a couple taglines. The one that I really like that we just kind of adopted, maybe we'll see if our audience likes it, but, to our clients, let me back up. We're not secret agents. We may look like secret agents, but we're not secret agents. But to our clients, we're superheroes.
That's right.
And we do make the difference in the lives of our clients because we will do what's right 100% of the time. Not what's good for an insurance carrier or what might not be good for whomever, except for you. And because we work for you, we do all the heavy lifting. We will do the work for you, and we will do the research for you. We'll spend the time that it takes and the energy to make sure that we find the plan that's most suited for you. So don't delay. You can call Owen Insurance Group at 772-210-1020. Whether you are on Medicare or whether you're on an individual health insurance plan, we can help you. We'll do a free review. If you have a group plan or a group policy, and maybe your agent is not working with you, or you haven't seen them or heard from them, we can become your agent of record. We can give you a review of your group plan and determine whether or not there may be better other solutions out there for you as well. So, Tom, the last 30 seconds, anything to add?
Don't delay by saying, well, I've still got time, because you know what, how fast, we all talk about how fast time goes, and so many people, they delay and delay and delay. Pick up the phone, give us a call, 772-210-1020. Let us do that annual review. Let us help you find the right option if you're turning 65 or going on to Medicare from an employment situation. We're here to help, and as Gary continually saying, we're going to do what's best for you. That's the fancy word is a fiduciary responsibility.
All right, guys, the show must come to a close already, so hopefully you'll catch us next week. We want to thank you for watching next week's show. We're going to have Dr. Jack Mitchell with us. Tom and I will continue talking with you about more health insurance planning and solution to enhance and improve your quality of life. Listen, we want to thank you for joining us. Please share us with your friends, your family, your neighbors. Let people know who we are, what we're doing, and helping the community. Stay safe, keep healthy, be happy, and enjoy